Hi everyone! For the last month of 2025, our focus is on career well-being, liking what you do. Well, reaching the end of the calendar year naturally presents an opportunity to reflect on your work, the successes and challenges that you've encountered, the joy it's brought each day, the goals you've achieved, your own continued development, and of course the people that you work with to make it all happen. Well, all of those, and other things too, significantly contribute to having positive career well-being. And it's through reflection that we realize it. Well, to help emphasize that point, let's hear from some of your colleagues approaching their own retirement as they reflect on their own careers.
Hello, my name is Ricardo. I'm part of our executive committee. I joined Delicato in 2009, so I think that gets me to about 17 years here at Delicato. And I've got a few career tips maybe I can share as I plan for retirement. My last day with our organization will be December 31st. And it has been a wild and exciting and energetic ride to see how we've developed the company, over that period of time. And hey, 3 general buckets and that have served me well. And maybe I can just call this early career stage, mid-career stage, and later career stage. And for each of those, my own strategy has been be the expert, be the learner, and be the entrepreneur for each career stage. And what I mean about being the expert, particularly in your earlier career path, is you need to be a great technician. You need to know more about that job than anyone. You want to be that person that people call to get information, to help them solve their problems, because you've spent the time and you've invested the energy to be the expert of your domain, whatever it might be. Once you've got that well digested and you're to your sort of mid-career path, that's a time to expand your skill set by being the learner. You should learn about the job that's adjacent to yours. You might learn about the job or the profession that you might want to hopscotch into, or you just might want to broaden your knowledge base about the industry in general. So you understand the competitive landscape, what the consumer is doing, what the products are, what's happening by category, what technologies might be impacting your industry or your profession. So at this stage, you are the learner. And as you grow into that mid stage of your career, people almost expect you to be maybe less of an expert. You can never give that up. You have to be an expert in your core. But being a generalist along a broader spectrum becomes, really valuable because you are working with more people across a larger organization because of your increased responsibilities. Hey, and lastly, as you get into a later career stage, be the entrepreneur. You're the expert in your industry. You know broadly about what's going on. You've built relationships in your industry or across the company. Now it's a time to take all of that knowledge and learning and personal, equity to suggest how the company can do things better. Just don't toss things out because you think they should be changed. But at this point, you've got enough knowledge where you can dig deep, think like an owner, and figure out what we should do next as an organization. So best of luck to you, and I hope these tips were helpful.
Hi, I'm Mark Higgins. I'm Vice President of the Information Solutions team. Been here just a hair over 10 years now. And so 3 things that really have been the greatest contributors to my career well-being. I'd really have to say the first one is really just never stop learning. Constant learning, be an active learner. There's plentiful resources, more accessible than ever before with the internet and LinkedIn Learning and all those kinds of things. So, really just be curious, ask questions, be a lifelong learner, because if you stop learning, then you're just kind of getting stale. So just be curious and seek out, new feedback, to sharpen your sword, if you will. The second one I'd say really is managing and developing relationships, not just for the social side, because that's part of, I'll say, professional health, but also being able to to look for mentors, people who can give you perspective on other areas that you may not work in and may not be aware of. And as well as, being a mentor, paying it forward, that really helps sharpen your own sword, as well as, you learn as much about yourself as somebody may be learning from you. So really those are two things. And the third I'd say really is just maintain some real balanced self-awareness. What do you enjoy doing? What really gets you going in the morning? And think about it from the standpoint of, are you somebody who likes working with numbers? Are you someone who prefers more of a hands-on type job? Do you find yourself, enjoying service orientation and really supporting others? Don't think of career well-being and I'll say career growth as just a vertical line up, a ladder in the job family. A lot of career paths are not straight lines. They may move around. Just be constantly having a plan and thinking about what makes you happy and what you might be looking for. And really just from the standpoint of taking it to just being open to new opportunities. So those are really the three things I would impart and wish everybody happy and career well-being and professional health.
Well, thank you so much for sharing those reflections and for your many years of contributions at Delicado. Now, after hearing their feedback, let's turn the focus on you. As you reflect upon your role at Delicado and the work that you do, what are some ways that you can incorporate these best practices and tips? Well, the conclusion of another calendar year is a great time to talk with trusted individuals such as your best friend, a good coworker, a mentor, or your supervisor or manager about the things that you want to accomplish in the coming years and how those will positively contribute to your own career well-being.